All right, we are live. Okay, let me get things figured out here. Get my links all up and running real quick. And then we're going to show some progress. So I did do some work off stream. And I got the item placement working, but I'm probably going to need to, well, I know I'm going to need to rework my system. And I might end up doing that now. Because right now it's just... it's not built right. I should do some... I kind of want to do like some refactoring, that sort of deal. Just make things better. So let me take a look here. All right. So we have our inventory. If I go up to one of these, I can't open it because it's technically an item. Which I wonder... Yeah, that is how it should be. I wonder if I should make a smaller... wonder if I should almost do it like Rust, where I don't have specific item things like this is a piece of wood. That's fine to keep as a piece of wood on the ground when it's an item. But for a lot of items, they can be kind of like the in Rust, where it's just like a little baggie. So when you drop it, it doesn't show up like the full box. Oh, that's going a little crazy. But currently, as it stands, we can put it into preview mode. And we can place it. Problem is, well, actually, let me try something here. Can I open the inventory? Okay, no. Because basically what I'm doing when I select it, I'm actually just, I have the actual box scene right here. And then when I click... it just reparents it to whatever it's sitting on. I can put some boxes inside the box. I can also do this. Ooh, this is another annoying thing. It's so far away. Wonder if I should do like a scroll thing where it pulls it closer. But, like, I could place it there. I should add a sound effect. I should also have, like, a front to it. And I should rotate it. The other thing is, right now it doesn't align to the surface normal. LDM, what's up? Usually I'd have separate visual-only scenes for visualization and dropping that your place held scenes would then use. Yeah. So I have that for like my build system, right? I have this preview. And I probably should do that. I kind of threw this system together, this box system. And I still have it where you can like set it in a wall and stuff, but I kind of just threw this together. It's not well built. I need to rebuild it. But it's technically working, you know. I can put stuff in boxes and they stay there. And nice little animation. Yeah, I did that for a lot of the building stuff. Like just little. These are literally just CSG boxes. Some of them I haven't quite finished, like triangle foundations. They just pop into existence. It wouldn't be that hard to do it. Do I have anything for the stairway? Oh yeah, I do. But yeah, it just works. This is all just CSG boxes and then in Godot animating it. It's pretty nice. I like it. I'm realizing how much I'm going to have to build because I not only have to do, you know, placing objects, but now I'm realizing, oh yeah, I still got to do the whole crafting side to be able to create these items. But yeah. IDK, if you saw this, but this was my procedural bridge that did pretty well on Twitter and Reddit. Let me see. Sometimes I'll see something on Reddit and I'll be like, oh, this is cool. And then I realize it's you. And I'm like, oh, sick. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. I think I did see this. Yes, I did. Because I liked it. Oh, dude. It's so cool, dude. So, is this is all in editor that you're doing this, or is this in, is the game running? Tool scripts. Okay, sick. Dude. This is the type of thing that would be so nice to be good at building. because there's so many things like editor tools that I want for like placing scenes and building out levels and stuff. You can enable physics within the editor via tool scripts. I should do that for some things. I guess it's not really needed for everything, but it might be kind of nice for some things in my game. Love doing shit like this, actually making games, whole nother beast. Yeah. That's the problem is like, man, it's fun to put something together. And I learn on every single project, of course, a ton, which is great. But like I made an inventory system and I was like, oh, this is cool. I can pick up stuff, and it was way easier than the last time I tried to do it, blah, blah, blah. Made a little plugin for it. Then I realized as I tried to pull it into this project, I'm like, oh, I built like a third of it. There's like actually not even a third of it. Because when you're just doing a test project where all it is just you go around, you pick up items and you can move them around, I just had completely forgotten about the fact that, oh, people in their game are going to need to be able to access the functions, to get items, to like customize all this stuff. And so like building that little project, it was like, oh, I learned a bunch on how to do inventory and all this stuff, which I had done before, but just poorly. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just use that in this game and everything will be easy because I have an inventory system already built. And then I go to use it in this game and it's just realize that there's 1,000 more things I need to build before it actually is functional. So, but you learn on everything. Like, I don't know. I've learned so much in the past, well, I guess year and a half, because I started really doing game dev like a year and a half ago. And the amount that I've learned just by having projects that are like half finished or not even, but just having so many, it's crazy how much you can learn just by starting something and abandoning it and then moving on to something else. Like, people kind of always talk as if that's a bad thing, but man, every single project is extremely valuable just purely based off of the learning aspect. 100%, especially when you end up with small outlier cases. Yep. Then how systems are typically implemented. You make a bunch of small changes here and there. Yeah, my add-on is I've completely reworked it because I realized this is one of the things that I just didn't think about in my add-on. It's like, oh, what if they actually want to be able to store the things in their inventory in a box? I had not even thought of having something there. I was building it, just having fun, having a good time, and then I go to pull it into my game, and there's just so many things that I had forgotten because I wasn't building it on a real project. So yeah, I pulled it in, and then I've changed everything on it, just completely reworked it. This whole project is really bad on the code side of things. I need to go through and do like a big refactor because I don't know. There's things that just don't make sense. And like the player script itself has so many of like these situations where it's like I've just got these giant nested if statements and like, do I need to have all this? No, I could do this completely differently. I could actually probably pull all of this uniquely bad. No, it is. Believe me, when I was doing this, it was all speed, which is how I usually do it, is if I know how I can do it poorly and don't want to think of how to do it correctly, I will do it quickly rather than do it correctly. Turn it into a dictionary. Key equals enum, value equals string. Only difference seems to be this string you're passing in as a second. Yeah, that it truly is. Honestly, I'm only passing in a string here because why am I? This is the thing, right? I don't understand my own system, even though I started it literally 2 weeks ago. Let's take a look. No, it's in the hammer. So we have, what was it? Add. Yep, here we've got if component, blah, blah, blah. We have all this stuff, right? This is where we're passing the string in, just because. Add building component could accept the enum value instead. That's what I'm thinking, because... yeah. And then so many of these things are just... like, there are differences based on whether it's a ceiling or a triangle ceiling, all this stuff. But a lot of it is shared. Like, this is basically the exact same. So I could then also pull that build component, current build component, into that and say, instead of ceiling and then select wood ceiling, we could just say, have something at the beginning here that assigns that build component to a specific scene. So many opportunities to simplify. Yes. If it works, it works. Yeah, but you gotta watch me try to add a new build component, and then you'll understand that working is relative. Because anytime I go to add a new one, there's like 8 different places I'm changing things, and it's infuriating. I did it because it was basically I was like, okay, well, this will work. I'm just going to add a string here, blah, blah, blah. We'll check for that. That was when I had like 2 components. The moment you go beyond 2, there's literally 0 reason to do this. And the only reason I haven't changed it is because it's a slight headache to do so. So we will actually refactor that now because this is so annoying to look at. Like it's, yeah. I have a to-do to fix this and then re-enable when destroying a wall. Okay, I don't even know. This says might need to fully rework. Yes. This is not a might. This is a must. Okay. There are a couple situations where... Okay, but that's already handled down here. We can... let's just... I'll leave that commented. I'll comment this. Okay, we're going to do... okay, that's fine. We can leave that for now. We're going to do current tool. This is another thing. My tool system needs to be reworked. .add. Then we can just do current build component. Rather than a dictionary with enum keys and value, you could instead make a dictionary keyed on enum value, and value would be your packed scene. Oh! From the past in enum instantiate, get wood cost doing a unique. Don't mind my backseat, I'm chilling with wine and ketchup chips. That does sound interesting. I am just brain dead enough right now to not want to try anything that I don't think I can instantly understand. But so you're saying have a dictionary with enum key and value string. So would I have a dictionary that just has a list of all the build components and their scene string? Let's just get rid of that. Okay, then we can go to our hammer. And then, is this is my enum actually, like, is it a string? Is that what enums actually are? Because I have build components here. Enum is an int. Okay. So my value might actually just be, if I just pass that in, current build component, then that would just be an int. You can technically convert it to a string value. Oh, okay. Build components.wall scene. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Technically convert it. So would I... Is it just as simple as str here? Or does that just convert the integer to a string? Then in the add building component, you look up the relevant scene based on the passed in enum value. Right. Enum value, okay. Okay, so now on this side of things, so I guess why isn't this breaking then? Or is current build component not? No, it's set to that. Because shouldn't this, wait, where did my, right here. Shouldn't this break then? If it's not a string? Or does it just not know that current build component isn't a string? Well, I guess, yeah, then the next thing is how do I check? So, if we're here, component, currently we have it as a string. Might do an implicit conversion with enums. Okay. Maybe I should. String version of the enum value would be 0, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. I think enums can recognize either the string value or the int index. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we got an ad going. Classic. Change component string to component build types. So have like a specific. I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see. How, I guess, well, just starting out, how could I then compare it easily and check which scene I need to instantiate? I could have it. I think I'm going to do this dictionary thing, which it's been forever since I've done a dictionary. I got to look at the GD script reference because... Where was it? Because is it just dict or something? Yeah. Oh, it's just a variable. Okay. And then with these. Okay. Now you... Oh, these have to be strings too. Build scene map, dictionary, build type, packed scene. Build type dot wall wood wall. Oh, we can make them the actual enum values. Oh, okay. So I would just throw this. So my enum is actually in my player script because I'm keeping track of my which one is current there, but maybe I should move all of that to... Just move all of that to the hammer. Player.build components. Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Or I could just move it to the hammer or something. I'll just do player for now, because just to keep it simple, but then we can move it around after. So the key itself could be okay. Build components. When you do build components, build type, you get a pack scene. Okay, let me make sure I'm understanding this. I'll do a build scene map. Would it be build component here? Or player.build components? Oh, we would need a reference. Where do I get this type, though? How do I type that? Okay. So I need a reference to the player here, then. Or do I? Player.build components. Does this just automatically know that I'm referring to this? Okay, it does. Because it's the player type, it knows that. Right, because I do have it as class name player. Okay, awesome. Bad Circle says, I always get confused right here, too. Yeah. Yolin, what's up? How's it going? Okay, sweet. So now I can actually do... Hey, thank you for the sub on YouTube, Yolin. Appreciate it. No, this is live on YouTube. You do have more of a delay rather than on Twitch, because I can't do zero delay on YouTube, unfortunately. So automatically it knows that there should be, because I have player, class name player, and then I have enum build components on it. So it knows what this type should be, that it should be one of the build components there. Is that how that works? Cannot include a type value in... Perfect. Okay. So... I'm just going to copy this in here so then I know exactly what I called these. Packed scene. Can't have the string there. Is this how it would end up looking? It needs to be load. Ah. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Dang, and this actually just works. LDM, you are a wizard. It's nice having people who really know what they're talking about around. I'm a build it bad type of person. But when things, when I do find something that really helps me out, then it sticks with, you know, and then I don't keep the terrible habits for too long. But usually it takes someone coming along to show me what the real way of doing things is. I guess I just didn't expect that, like, this would actually connect in the same way. Okay, we got ceiling. What do we got? Wood doorway. Wood stairway. Which is just stairs. My naming conventions are not good. Wood window. Where is it? Triangle foundation. And then triangle ceiling. Okay. Clean code, best code sometimes, yeah. Over extraction and premature optimization can be gross and ugly and a complete waste of time. That is true. Yeah, but this is satisfying to go through because then you know that it's actually helping. Like, for me, it is a pain to add every new build component. So this works. Like, this is real, actually helpful, you know? Do you intend to release? Yes. Drop the prefix. Can I? Okay, it says it's... Whoops. It's yelling at me for that, so... Okay. Now, the issue is, I think... Was I passing that in because it was... Oh, I have this deconstruct. Yolan, I'll show you the game when I can here, but it's broken currently. I had the, where was it? Deconstruct here, which is a string, of course, and there's no scene for it. It's just telling it to remove the thing, right? I'll just not worry about that. I'll say, var scene equals, I guess. Wait. Let me think about this. So now that I have this, I can pass that in and look for it in build scene map. Build scene map. Is it something like this? Could still check if component equals. Oh, yeah, true. Okay. Sick. So I should check first if it's deconstruct. Okay, so we can check for that. No worries, broken code happened all the time to all of us. Definitely to me, yes. Because you have build component types that don't correspond to a scene. You should check if build scenes has. Right. Which I don't know. I think the only one I'll have is deconstruct. Because I'm trying to think of anything else that doesn't have a scene. I think it's just a one-off. Because what else would there be? I guess you could say upgrade. Maybe. Like if you want to upgrade it to something. Yeah. I could just do my logic here and then return. Because deconstruct... Yep, I could just do that, and then I could go return. And now we do have some different logic on certain ones of these. Actually, I don't know. I think a lot of that logic now is being... We have this add to children of floor, which we're not even really using. I'm just going to copy one of these, throw it in here. Okay, we need to get the, whoops. I think we can just do this. Yeah, we can just keep wood for now. Foundation and I'm just going to switch these out. And keep this. This is for adding a fully new foundation that's not connected to anything. I'm going to just try to do this for now so I can worry about it later. Bunch of commented out code. Need to instantiate it. Window represented an instantiated scene, not the packed scene. Ah. Okay, so instantiate. And then add and disable did what? Then we add child. Right. So we also needed... Oh, these are already instantiated. Okay. All right. Let's see what breaks. Need a reference to that instantiated... Ah. Yeah, how did I have that before? It was just... Oh, that's because it was already instantiated. Oh, we don't want to... We want to do scene.woodcost. Ah. And down here it should be add new foundation. Should be getting that. Yep, perfect. Okay, now we will see what breaks. Bruh. I'm glad I split all of the logic into the add and disable for things like rotations. Let's see how stairways do. So I can add one there. Go here, rotate. Yep. Okay. Deconstruct. You know how like convinced I was that something would break at least, because that's normally how things go. Dude. LDM coming in, helping out instantaneously. Oh, that's so much better, dude. Okay. Okay, let's I already deleted some of the lines, but let's see. 151 to 51. So over 100 lines of code gone. So nice, dude. And there's still all of this stuff. What was my shape? So add new foundation. Oh, and we got rid of all of the use tool from like 30 lines down to this. Or not down to this. Down to this. Okay, now we're doing add new foundation, which is this. Is there a reason why I'm doing... this separately? Not really. We love deleting code, yes. This could be changed a little bit to be simpler. Can do something like if current build component in player foundation or player build components triangle foundation. Let me think here. So I guess I don't, this is in the player, so I don't have to do it here. Something like that. I would need to do this. Yep. Okay. And then I could do the same. Same sort of deal where I don't pass a string in there. I just put current. Whoops. Oh, actually, wait. No, we don't have that. That dictionary there to get the. Well, I guess I could just do. Wait. What is structure? Structure. We have the Oh, okay. Well, this is easy. Yeah, we just do this. I thought that that was connected to my actual build scenes, but it's not. It's just a node that says there is a structure here. Okay. It's like your root structure. I can also... do that. It's not like needed, but okay. If I want to do this push error, I can have that, but I don't need to have that. Pull this out. Okay. So now we have this. So then in our add new foundation, We're working our way through this slowly. We don't need to call this shape. We can call it, whoops. Let's do a... Okay. It's a build component. That is true. True. Good call. Wait. Am I looking at the right thing? Yes. Build component. We need to make these readable. Okay. Let's see what breaks, so then we can see what I forgot to do. Okay. Sick. Now I go farther away because you can't build too close. And it works. Dope. LDM, you are a wizard. I'm telling you. This is so sick. It's so nice having it like done like that. Well, you can still do let's see here. Let me deconstruct. Oh, I don't have enough wood. I love doing like all the shapes and stuff because I finally have it where my triangles and stuff align correctly. Took a bit of figuring out the exact math of how to do it, but so then they don't come out of alignment. There's some like it almost looks like it's out of alignment, but that's just because of the model having this like overlap section. Oh, so nice, dude. You know how much time that is going to save? Looking really good, man. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah. You got to realize my initial system of doing this, which I still should probably do it for my previews as well. You're going to love what I do for my previews. Build preview. I literally just have all of the preview scenes. Actually, it's kind of fine for this. Because I don't necessarily want to be loading them. I don't know. But I'm literally just, they're all there. They exist. And then I just show or hide them. So the previews are just always there hanging out. But they're hidden. So whenever I add a new build component, I do have to add it there and stuff. It is kind of fun because I don't think it's not going to change even if you do like a stone wall or a stone foundation versus a wood one. It's always going to be the same preview. So there is a limited amount. Like there's only really ever going to be maybe like 5 more previews that I'll make, and that's fine. Like, although checking for that, I think I have yet another one of these, which is just beautiful to look at. These match statements here. LDM, did you ever see with the walking mountain guys how it works? So I pick up some of these, pick up some boxes. If you separate things to visual scene, then on preview you get the corresponding visual scene. Instantiate then overrides the mesh materials with your preview material. I'm trying to understand, but yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I am also running on about 5 hours of sleep over the past few nights, so throwing stuff out there, hey, it's always helpful. So, New Jank, what's up? But yeah, LDM, we've got these guys, which are big walking mountain boys. And then the whole plan was to make it so you could ride them and also build your mobile base on top of them. So we've got our guy here. He can pick us up, and we can, you know, put our base up here. I should do some icons for these build components. But yeah, and then we can, I'll work on how you, like, tell him to move around. Right now, you just middle click somewhere and then he'll go. There's some shakiness, but I think I didn't have that before, and now I do, and I'm trying to figure out why. I think it's just his collisions with the ground or something, because he's not using, like, pathfinding. He's just using walk towards that. So he's running into the ground a lot more, I think. Love that. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's pretty nice to see it, like, actually work. Let me see if I can enable game time here, because it's let's do like 3 minutes per day. Is the sun going down? No, it's not doing it. Here, I'll show you it in I'll restart it and get this set up again. But it's pretty nice once you get the lighting in there, you get your base set up. So we build the base. Let's do a second level to the base. Throw some lighting in here. Then we tell them to go somewhere. And yeah, you've got your mobile base. So actually, so sick. Shadow the Colossus base building. Yeah, I really. So I had made this creature for a different game, and then made it so you could ride on top of him. And then that's where I was like, man, you just got to be able to build a base on him. So then I changed my entire project to a survival game instead. Imagine this game in VR. That would actually be awesome. Dude, those ladybugs are awesome. You should do some audio soon if you can, New Jank. Like, even just a little bit. Because, man, it really helps. It really helps like feel the game, you know? Like even just having these footsteps, and I've got some like crickets chirping and stuff. And the footsteps, like everything just, it's just like the visual side of things in general. I'm starting to think that you want to get visuals pretty early, looking pretty good. Because man, it just makes you want to work on the game more. And you can see kind of where the vision is, you know? Even just placeholders. I should rebuild his model at some point and his animations, because I really just kind of threw them together. The other thing I want to do, so we have all these boxes. Right now I have it, so you can see there's a box beneath me. But where you can place the boxes. Where's my door? Over here. You can place the boxes, but... Oh, I just realized this. When he's swaying all around, we really do need that normal to align. Because otherwise it... Yep. Look at that. He's floating. What did he get reparented to there? Because he should be getting reparented to the... Should have been reparented to the base structure there. That's interesting that it did not. Huh. Need to do it, add audio. Yeah, that'd be sick. Rewrote it and now it's working great. Still need to implement growing and automate the material passes, but it's pretty solid otherwise. Yeah, you've made a ton of progress on that. Yeah. Like visually, it looks awesome. Has a really distinct style, you know. Okay, it was showing print. Let's drag another one into here. Parent is base structure. Ah, the collider isn't a base structure. So, parent.get parent, because I think like my wood floor has collision. Yeah. There we go. So now we just need to make sure it aligns with the normal. Which I think Where was it? Okay, so in here, in the place placeable within the build preview, actually build within the build preview, this is not once again, not necessarily a good way of doing it, as most things are not. Interview tomorrow. Been brushing up on my React Native. Nice. Put myself into a little bit too much debt this game dev cycle. That's true. You're always doing your cycles. I did a little bit with some React Native recently. I have a project that I might still be able to do, like a paying project. But I'm moving to Europe in November, and my goal is to do React Native for, like, just as a kind of not a contractor for a development company, but to do projects in React Native for smaller companies, like small business, internal tools and stuff. So I need to also continue to learn React Native. I know React pretty well, and React Native I've done some of, but I really should put some more time into it, because I want to get a good, like, tech stack that I'm comfortable with, and be able to just do, like, small projects for companies. I'm moving to Finland, so I'm getting married in February in Finland, and then I'm going to be living there. So, yeah. Freelance, kind of like, so basically I have a lot of contacts in the construction industry. I'm currently in the construction industry, working in the office, doing, like, estimating and stuff. And so much construction software is terrible that there's a lot of opportunity to make tools for construction companies specifically. And so it would be smaller projects, maybe on the, like, you know, $6,000 to $20,000 range or something, but they're, like, specific for the company. Or maybe break into making some products and see what happens. But that's sick. Congrats. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a whole new life, of course, going from where I was a year and a half ago, single living here, to then married living in an entirely new place. So, but it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. And it's cool because I'm, like, going to be starting a business too. And I have enough kind of, I'll be doing a similar thing to your game dev cycles, where I've got enough savings to be able to get by for a while and find my footing, and then if it doesn't work out, if I can't find enough work, things aren't going well, then I'll just find a job. And hopefully by then I could find, like, a developer job. That would be cool. Doing something like React Native. Finland's fairly cheap living too. Yep. Yeah. I was looking at, like, studio apartments. And as long as you're not right in Helsinki, which is the main city, you can get studio apartments for, like, $500 a month, which I wouldn't be looking for a studio. I'd be looking for, like, a 1 or maybe a 2 bedroom. But even that, you're, like, looking at, like, $700 or something. Whereas here, where I'm living now in Washington State, it's, it's pretty spendy. So that's the thing. I wouldn't need to even really have that much work to be able to get by early on. So I feel pretty safe trying to do it. Puhutko suomea? Vain vähän. Mutta opin nopeasti. Which I don't know if you know any Finnish, actually, or if you're Google Translate, but currently I know a little bit, but I am learning fairly fast. It's a very hard one. Take your word for it. Yeah. Finnish is tough. Se on vaikea, as we like to say. It is difficult. It is hard, though. There's so many weird things like that. Puhutko means, so puhua is like to speak. Puhut is like you speak. And then puhutko is are you speaking? Or can you, or do you speak? So like, do you speak Suomia, Finnish, Suomia being Finnish. So there's all these little things you add to the end of words that change the meaning. So that's been the tough part, is everything that you just tack on to the end of the word. Because it goes from puhua to puhut to puhutko, and that now is forming a sentence, But it's all just one word, one base word. I can imagine most other European languages are at least Latin or Germanic adjacent. Yeah, and Finnish is not. Finnish is like, I don't even know what it's, I think Estonia is similar, but yeah, they're in complete leagues of their own. Yeah, they're just completely different. Hungarian too? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, it's like, because then you like try to learn Norwegian or Swedish, and it's like, basically you're learning English. Like, it's not even that different, But then also in Finland, they do speak a lot of Swedish because they have two national languages, and Swedish is one of them. So there are a lot of Swedish-speaking Finns who don't speak Finnish. But there's also a lot of Swedish-speaking Finns who don't really speak Swedish either. They speak their own dialect. So my fiance, when she talks to them, they're all kind of on the western coast of Finland. She can't even understand them, even though she speaks Finnish, English, and Swedish. So, and they can't understand her Finnish because they only speak this weird dialect of Swedish. It's not like Sweden Swedish. So then when she talks to them, those Finnish people, they speak in English to each other because they can't understand each other otherwise. Even though they all technically know Swedish, it's different types of Swedish. And even though they're both in Finland, only one of them knows Finnish. English number one, yes. English is so useful because, man, I can go there. I have no issues over there at all. Getting around. Everyone knows English. How's the job market for non-Finnish Swedish? It's not as good. It's definitely, you want to know at least Finnish, I think, where I would be living. Otherwise, it would be Swedish. And their job market just isn't very good right now. I think their economy is kind of meh. Especially for developer jobs. But developer jobs, you don't need to know Finnish and Swedish and stuff. So for developer jobs, so many of their developer positions are international people and their companies are international companies, that for those specifically, you don't really need to know as much. I mean, you probably still want to know it, and maybe some do require it, but it's a lot easier to get by with just English for developer roles, from what I've heard at least. I'll have to figure out why this pathfinding broke, because pathfinding kind of broke with Terrain 3D's pathfinding system. I just couldn't bake nav meshes anymore. So I'm just not using any, which is really kind of annoying to have to do, because I think that's also why I'm getting all this collision stuff. Especially just getting a foothold in the EU makes working remotely for any EU companies a lot easier. That is true. Yeah, they are in the EU. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're it's so simple for that kind of thing. Like, you can kind of just move wherever you want within the EU. Whereas, like, getting residency for me as a United States citizen, it's a lot more difficult. You can do it based on work, and that's not too hard. But that means that you have to find a job. Or you can get married, which obviously I'm getting married, so, and then that's pretty easy. But if you were just moving there without having a job lined up, you really have, like, you kind of have to start a business there, and they have to accept your business plan. You can't just, like, you know, which I mean is like any other country, I guess. You can't just move to any other country. But in the EU, you could just kind of move to any other EU country. If you're an EU, like, I don't know if I could just move to any, just because I have residency in Finland. But either way. This placeable preview thing. I'm now realizing that when I have a box, it needs to align to the normal and snap to it, but when it's a lamp, it needs to align to whatever I'm looking at, which maybe I should just do a raycast from the camera, because right now I'm doing it a raycast from a position in front of the player. That's probably how I should end up doing it. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now, though. Let me... Do I do rotation? Oh, but that's doing weird rotating stuff like that. And is it even putting it on the normal? No, not really. It's like almost. Might have some kind of laws around that. Yeah. What if I just do a... something like this, and then specify the vector? Oh, also, well, I don't need to worry about that yet. Interesting. I see. Just trying to look at where it is from the world origin. So that obviously doesn't work. In world space, plus Ah, okay. Can I literally do it this way? I don't know what the times some length offset. Let me think. Hey, Forgetful, what's up? It's like rotating it. I thought I had this before. There was something I was doing. I say hi and get an ad. What is this world coming to? Unfortunate. There we go. No more ads for you, bud. Good to go. Bad Circle says, sometimes I use a hidden dummy to look at the thing and then lerp my actual object to the dummy's rotation. True, yeah. Thanks for the gift sub. Thanks, man. Hey, no worries. No ads. No ads for a month at least. I wish it would be so nice to be able to disable ads. Like, it would be worth... With the amount of money that they, like, pay the person for ads, which is, you know, obviously tiny unless you have a big audience, I should just be able to pay Twitch to not run ads, like, for my whole channel. Because I still, like, I don't want to go full demonetized where there's no ads, because then you can't do subs and all that. But, like, you know, allow me some way of making it so I don't have ads on my channel. I was doing it before. I just gotta remember. Let me go to the old ChatGPT and see if it knows. Add a line that makes the current placeable align to the normal of the collision point. Let's see what happens. Favorite tool. I do actually like it for some of these things because it'll sometimes spit out quick code that just works. But a lot of times I end up getting into trouble. Okay. Do I need all of this? Oh, okay. Nice. It does work. See, sometimes it's just like, okay, good to go. Opened a somewhat unrelated issue for perfectly aligning with normals a while ago. I posted the only solution that worked for me. Let me see here. Set the object's position again after calling align with normal to prevent it from being out of place for a single frame. Oh, okay. So basically you're checking and making sure that it's close enough. Otherwise you basically set it again. Yeah. For this, you know, as long as it works, I'm good. Until we refactor later, of course. Okay, let's make sure that when we place our box, yeah. Okay, I placed it and it now works. I do need a sound effect for that. Which I can just do the same sound effect that I'm doing in my I guess that's hammer there. I'll just go to the player. Because you don't need the hammer out to place these things. I think I can actually just go. Well, let's just do this, I guess. Think I can do that? Okay, that broke. How do I play that? Handle build visuals, I think. Oh, because I'm preloading it. I can't just jump back into it. Have to preload it again. There we go. Okay, now we have some audio for it at least. Okay, nice. Got that smooth saxophone in the background. We're good to go. Well, I feel good. LDM, you basically absolutely refactored my game for me in those the build system, which is going to help a ton. Like, the way that I was adding components before was just, it was so bad. The amount of places I'd have to change things, which I still have to change some things with the system, but yeah, I mean, it's already so much better. Because now, like, really the only places I need to change things are when I add a component, I just add it here. That's it. And then I add a preview if it's needed. But man, that's so nice. Oh, enum value. Yeah. Which I think yeah, I have pretty much all the components that I can really think of. Angled roof, I might need to do another one that's like a triangle wall. I should actually put that in there. For the angled roof. This whole section is, we've got a lot of rough stuff in here too, but that's fine. We can do more refactoring later. And then if you had different materials for builds, you can just change the value from pack scenes to another dictionary. It'd be like build components type wood load type stone load. Potential, yeah. Wait, so you're saying have a separate dictionary, or oh, that the first dictionary references? Or am I off here? Okay, yeah, build components wall, and then it within it has those. Just typing words at this point. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Nice thing here is I can okay, I can't say anything for this. I do have this thing of reduce OOP, increase components. One thing I was going to do, because I do want to find places where I can kind of get rid of, I have some stuff where it's like this extends tool, but then there's placeables, and really I guess maybe then I would just be increasing my inheritance load by making like equipables, which are items and tools. tools are different. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do more refactoring soon enough. But I do want to stream longer, but at the same time, I literally have had very little sleep over the past couple days, and I can really feel it affecting me. It's not very late right now. It's only 7:50, but I still know that I need to get some rest and just chill. So I think I'm going to do that. I feel very accomplished, even though, like I said, most of it was just LDM helping me out. So, you know, but hey, we take our wins, even if they are done by someone else. No, this is sick though. I really should go through this entire thing. I mean, not really, because like he said, don't refactor if you don't need to. But there's a lot of things like this that can be reworked just to make it less of a headache down the road. So I think I might focus a little bit into that, like for this week, before I start throwing new features in. Mainly because I'm going to have to start building a lot of items and stuff, and then also build like the crafting system. And I just want to get some of this stuff to be less of a headache before I jump into that. I enjoyed it, and the project's looking great. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's coming along. This is a couple weeks work here. I'm pulling from other projects, so that has sped it up, but there's been a lot of progress just in a couple weeks. I'm pretty happy with it. Just add multiplayer. Yeah, that should be a quick one. Should be able to throw that up over a weekend or something, you know. Don't add multiplayer. The thing is, I actually could sort of add multiplayer fairly quickly just because my brother Jamin has built a multiplayer system already and he's kind of gone through all the pains of it. And we even have that little add-on that's kind of half finished right now. But no, I will not be doing that anytime soon. Although, if I actually did launch this game, like if it went somewhere and I put out an alpha version on Steam or whatever, and it seemed like it had some potential, then I would do at least like co-op with, you know, small group or something. Because I would love to have more co-op. I just love co-op survival games and versus PvP survival games. But of course, like I said, that's only if it, you know, in 2 years or something like that, however long this takes. If I'm still working on it, then okay. Prepare to rewrite everything. Yeah. I'm in the mindset of whatever I'm working on right now is the prototype that will be completely ditched in case this actually goes somewhere. And then I know I'm going to be rewriting everything, so... But I feel like that's a good problem to have because that would mean that it's actually going somewhere and that it's not just potential anymore, you know? But yeah, rewriting everything is... I mean, I just looked inside that the project that me and Jamin were working on, the add-on for multiplayer, and it was insane just how much you have to do just to have like a little tank battle game that was like the test project or whatever for the multiplayer system. And yeah, I couldn't understand like any of it, but yeah, I am very, very happy with this progress. I should also spend some time just working on visuals, doing things like the triangle foundation, just actually adding an animation for it, for the construct and deconstruct. Because I do like these deconstruction. I could just kind of do a reverse of the build animation. But I like it falling apart. And so I can, you know, spend the extra time it takes to make those. But yeah, I'm going to find someone to raid real quick. I don't know if we, let's see here. See who's online. Instantiate rigid bodies with individual plank meshes. Oh, dude, yes. Peace out, dog. Yeah, hey, peace. That is a great call. Initiate. Dude, just the ideas. That's why I do it for the procedural bridge video. Dude, that's perfect. That's what I'll have to do. I'll do that maybe sometime this week. That is an awesome idea that I did not think of. Who was online that I could raid? I think the last time I raided it didn't actually work, so I got to make sure I actually type it correctly. Okay, I'll just raid Jitsbo. I see he's live. But yeah, once again, thank you all for being here. LDM, appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through, fixing my problems. Forgetful, good to see you again. New Jank, of course. And in the YouTube chat, Bad Circle, good to see you again, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yolan as well. Appreciate you. I will see you all later. Hopefully I can get some good, consistent streams in this week. I should be able to, as long as I can get some sleep. Like yesterday, I was just torched. But yeah, we will see you all later. Peace out. I'll send you over to Jitsbo now, the ones that are in the Twitch chat. Peace. And for those of you in the YouTube chat, have a good one. I'll see you next time.